Hello guys, in today's teaching, I will tell you guys the difference between reading the word of God and studying the word of God. Now let me tell you something. Now this is the Bible. When a man comes to read the word of God, he does it like this. He reads it like a novel, trying to just to cram it. Sometimes they are trying to cram it. That is why most people quote the word of God without knowing the word of God. Why? Because they only read the word of God. Now, when a Christian only read the word of God, what you understand is what he reads. Now, but when you come to studying the word of God, you have upgraded yourself from reading to studying. Now at that time when you are reading, you are meditating, and this word that you are reading will now come to teach you what you are reading. That is why some people, they can use one verse that they just read in the Bible and pray for 2 days. Why? Because the spirit will now come to tell them the secret things in that word are reading. Look at that sometimes that is why most people that are preaching today, what are they preaching? They are preaching what they read, what they have read, what they are taught in church, not what they have studied, not what the Spirit of God that wrote the word of God have taught them, but what they taught or what they have read and what they think that it is good. That is why most people come to road and be teaching, and there is no impact because they teach what they think. They preach what they only know. But when you are coming to preach the word of God, when you have studied the word of God and the spirit that wrote the word of God have taught you what you have to say, when you are not saying it, the spirit that wrote the word will come and be saying it with you. That is how impact will be done. Because anyone who does not study the word of God can't defend the word of God. Because when you're defending the word of God, you have to be with the spirit that wrote the word. So for you to be able to defend and impart in the life of those that are agreeing with or you are defending the word of God with it, because the word of God is what gives every Christian wisdom and knowledge what is in the Christianity, not of what pastors say. Prayer helps, but the word of God gives us the knowledge on what we ought to do most of the times when we are in trouble or this kind of things. So let us start studying the word of God and not reading.